hundreds of YouTube videos, hundreds of different ideas. But what if I told you that the best business that you can start is not dropshipping, it's not starting an SMMA, it's not IPGA, growth operating, copywriting, or any of these other things? Because if you look at businesses such as dropshipping or like Amazon FBA, because it's a product-based business, you literally need to start with tens of thousands of dollars in upfront capital ready to invest into inventory, which means you literally need to start with a bunch of cash. And if you don't know what you're doing and you make a small mistake, you'd be left without a business, without your cash, and with tens of thousands of dollars in debt. Or if you look at businesses like SMMA or copywriting or growth operating, what the gurus don't tell you is you actually need to learn a bunch of different skills in order to actually make any money. If you look at businesses like SMMA, it's not as simple as clicking a few buttons on the Facebook Ads Manager and calling it a day. Or if you look at businesses like copywriting, it's not as simple as writing a few emails, sending them out, and praying that sales just magically roll in. And growth operating, well, if it was that simple to create a community and to monetize it, why don't you just create one for yourself? But what if I told you that there's a business model out there where you don't need thousands of dollars in upfront capital or to start, where you don't need to learn a bunch of different skills in order to actually succeed, and one where it will never be saturated because it will always be in demand. And you're able to run it pretty much on your own time, on your own schedule, and with only a few hours per day. Now, this business model is called a lead generation agency. But before I explain to you how it all works and what it all is, here's why this is the best business model that you can start. Understand that the bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity. Nobody will pay you thousands of dollars to solve something that isn't really a problem. If you're able to solve a large problem, you will get paid as a result. So my question for you then is, what is the most important thing to businesses? Well, the answer is a business without its customers is unsustainable in the long run. Customers are the lifeblood of any business. They provide revenue, they provide cash flow, and help the business stay afloat, stay solvent. So on the other side, acquiring new customers is obviously an essential component of revenue growth. If a business isn't able to consistently find new customers, find new clients, it's obviously not going to make any money. And without making money, it's not going to be able to stay afloat, right? Without a steady stream of new customers, a business will struggle to generate the revenue, generate the cash needed to sustain operations and expand its services or products. Now, on the flip side, now that we understand how important customers are for any business, it's important to note that 68% of B2B companies actually struggle with lead generation. And this is important because it means 68% of businesses struggle with finding new customers, with finding new clients. We literally just talked about how important customers and new clients are for every business. So my question then is, what if you were able to solve this gap? What if you were able to provide a solution and help these businesses figure out this problem, right? So on the left side, we have a marketing agency. Now, the marketing agency is obviously a B2B business, and their goal is to find new clients. So what if you were able to help this marketing agency find new clients, kind of like a middleman, where rather than the marketing agency trying all of these different things and struggling with finding new clients, what if you just help the marketing agency find new clients, connect the marketing agency to new clients, and obviously you're not doing this for free, you're gonna get paid as a result. So the marketing agency is paying you cash so that you can connect them to new clients. What if you were able to do this? But how exactly do you help generate leads for companies? Simple, with cold emails. Now, what is a cold email? A cold email is an unsolicited email that is sent to individuals or sent to businesses with whom the sender has had no prior contact. They're typically used in sales, used in marketing, and used in networking efforts to introduce a product, introduce a service, or to introduce an idea. And the main goal is to introduce a conversation or a relationship. So if you think about a cold call, we've probably all been cold called at one point or another in our lives. Someone is literally just randomly calling us, hitting up our phones to try to sell us on an idea, a product, or a service. Now, cold email is the exact same thing, except rather than picking up the phone and calling someone, you're emailing someone, pitching a product or pitching a service. And based on the statistic, cold emails is very, very efficient. 59% of companies actually consider emails to be the most reliable channel for lead generation, right? Email prospecting delivers good to excellent ROI for 72% of businesses. But what exactly does a cold email look like, right? It sounds super complex. It sounds super hard. What does this actually look like? Look at this email. This email is literally what? 6 or 7 lines long? Very, very simple, very, very short. We have this email. This email is pitching me YouTube growth strategies, right? They're approaching random YouTubers and pitching them and saying, hey, do you want us to help you grow your YouTube channel? We've done it for X, Y, and Z. We've done it for this person, that person, and this other person. Do you want to do the same for you? Again, right? This email is what? 5 or 6 lines long? Very, very short, very, very simple. We have this email. They are pitching a talent outsourcing some form of software development services. Again, right? This email is what? 5 emails long? Does this look hard to you? Probably not. It most definitely does not. But does this look like something that businesses would pay a ton of money for? Probably not. But they probably did. And the people writing these emails are probably being paid thousands of dollars to write emails exactly like these, because the businesses are generating leads and making a ton of money from these exact emails. They're generating a bunch of leads and finding new customers and finding new clients from these cold emails that look exactly like the ones that I just showed you. Do you think that you could write this? Yeah, you probably could. Now, the best part, before you even help businesses and help companies generate new leads and find new customers, find new clients, you need to actually find clients for yourself. And because of what we're talking about, because we're using cold emails to generate leads, you're literally able to use that exact same process for yourself to help yourself find new clients, find people to work with, find these business owners before you help them find new clients. So back to the example of this diagram, right? We have you on the left. You're gonna use cold emails. You're gonna reach out to companies like the marketing agency, telling them that you will help them find new leads, find new customers, and find new clients using cold emails. And then once they agree to work with you to help them generate new leads, you're using the exact same cold email system to help them find new clients and connect them with new customers and help them generate new leads. Meaning you only have to learn one thing. You need to learn how to send cold emails to generate leads. And in the earlier slides, we looked at examples of cold emails. Does that look hard to you? It probably doesn't. Now, the important question is this saturated? As the saying goes, if it was that easy, then everyone would be doing it. In the US alone, in 2023, there are more than 3 million B2B businesses. Over 3 million. So if we were able to expand this search to Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, or any other English-speaking country, there would quite literally be millions and millions and millions more of these B2B companies. And every single one of these companies needs new leads, needs new clients, and need new customers. Another statistic that I found is the size of the lead generation industry. So in 2021, lead generation as an industry was worth $3.1 billion, but it's expected to grow to $15.5 billion by 2031 with a 17.48% compounded annual growth rate year to year. So regardless of the economy, regardless of world events, regardless of shutdowns, every single business will always need new leads. And again, right, there are millions of B2B businesses. So important note, I didn't invent lead generation agencies. I didn't invent this business model. This isn't something that someone just invented yesterday or last week. How do you think the largest companies generate leads and find new clients? I'm talking companies like IBM, companies like Amazon, companies like Microsoft. How do they generate new leads and new clients? Well, what they do is they hire someone and their role is called a SDR, a sales development rep. And literally an SDR is an entire sales role, and their entire job is to generate new leads for these companies, right? Their entire job is to do outreach, to do prospecting, and to qualify leads. That's literally their entire job. And companies are paying people 6-figure salaries to be lead generators, right? And as an example, I searched up, because out of curiosity, I searched up how much do IBM SDRs actually make? And it says that the average SDR, the average sales development rep at IBM makes $126,000 per year. That's a 6-figure salary to generate leads for IBM. Now, obviously, we're looking at salaries of the largest companies in the world. Not every company is paying $126,000 to lead generators, but companies are literally paying six-figure salaries to people who are good at generating leads. That's how important generating leads are for businesses. Now, the difference is rather than working with one company, rather than working with one IBM, one Microsoft, or one Amazon, we're working with multiple companies, meaning the earning potential is simply way more. So how much can you pay for lead generation? Now, obviously, this is more so a perspective from the business point of view. And even according to Google, it says lead generation costs can range from a few $100 to several $1,000s every single month, depending on the scale and complexity of the lead generation campaign. For small B2B businesses, basic services might start at $1,000 to $3,000 per month. So as a lead generation agency, you have the potential to make thousands of dollars for every single client that you work with. Now let's do some money math. Let's say you have one client. That one client takes 4 to 5 hours per week of your time to deliver the service and to actually help them generate leads. Now, one client, let's say it pays you $2,000. In the slide before this, it said it was $1,000 to $3,000. So we're just gonna go straight in the middle and take $2,000 as the average, $2,000 per month. Now, let's say you have 5 clients. That means you're making $10,000 per month. You're making $120,000 every single year. Now, what that means is if you have 5 clients, you're working for 20 to 25 hours every single week. So the goal of this video isn't to sell you on a get rich quick scheme. And quite frankly, anyone who tells you that you can make a lot of money in a very short period of time and that you can just make a fortune is simply just selling you a dream. My goal with this video is to present you with an alternative perspective, a secondary perspective on what I believe to be the best business model that you can start. If you disagree, feel free to drop me a comment just to let me know that you disagree. But if you do agree and you want to learn more about this business model, you want to learn more about a lead generation agency, there's obviously way more to it than this 15-minute video can run over. So in the first link in the description below is a YouTube video where I put together talking about how to start a lead generation agency step by step. You can also check out my YouTube channel where I talk about building a lead generation agency and all the key lessons that I've learned as I'm still running my own lead generation agency today.